Good evening all. Let me first offer my congratulations to the Guyanese Manufacturing and Services Association for the wonderful contribution that you have made to the development of the manufacturing and services sector of your country over the past 55 years, and by extension, of course, to the country's socio-economic development. Today, as we celebrate your long-standing presence as one of the most prominent business support organizations in Guyana, may you use this milestone moment to reflect and, where necessary, to reset and retool to further elevate your organization, your country, and indeed our region. I say our region because I truly believe the time is right for a more strategic and collaborative approach on the socio-economic development of the Caribbean. And that is why, as the person responsible for Barbados in CARICOM, for the CARICOM single market and single economy, it is of deep concern to us always to ensure that we not only see the integration of our markets, but indeed the expansion of production within our region. The truth is that while countries do compete in sports, as we now see in FIFA World Cup, which is going on, countries do not compete in the core business of enhancing the lives and livelihoods of their people. The business of uplifting the Caribbean economy and Caribbean people can be completely collaborative within the context of the CARICOM single market and economy. If we are to do this, however, it will demand an urgent shift in mindsets. Simple truth is that individually our scale is simply too small to effectively address so many of the common problems that we face as Caribbean nations. If we can, however, begin to more effectively combine skills and resources and people, especially since many of us are underpopulated, I believe we can drive substantial economic growth and productivity in our region. I found myself repeating the African proverb recently over a lot. If you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go together. The truth be told, our dream for our region is to go fast and far together, but at least we must start in going together. Given this ambition, I cannot help but admire your model of collective representation underpinned by the twinning of mutual treatment to both the Guyana manufacturing and the services sector. Such a model, unlike many long established, offers no artificial lines of separation between the two sectors. Yours is a virtuous cycle where the services sector must carry manufacturing even as manufacturing promotes the emergence of a cadre of new innovative industries within the services sector, which in the current environment is absolutely necessary. I fully agree with the approach of the Guyanese government to place strong emphasis on the continuous development of the country's non-oil sectors. If COVID-19 has taught us anything, it is that economic diversification is absolutely vital to national economic resilience. I believe great focus must be placed on enhancing the capacity and capabilities of local and regional manufacturing and services businesses to enable them to meet local consumption needs as well as to strongly compete in the international market space. If only by way of example, let me reference Barbados, where a central pillar of the government's economic diversification and industrial development strategy is to ensure a seamless transition from fossil fuels to 100% renewable energy by 2035. We believe our stated goal to give Barbadians ready access to energy that is affordable, reliable, and sustainable is an incredible opportunity for local industry and export growth. The reality is that we will start with transport and with electricity, and we can achieve that by 2030, but our industrial sector will require us moving to 2035 if we are to make the total journey to net zero. As many of you are aware, there are several barriers which limit participation by local suppliers within the energy industry value chain. Issues of size, skills, and financial capacity constraints hinder the capability of local and regional content developers to meet the needs of the international energy companies. In the case of our own country, the Energy Local Content Project, as it is called, seeks to facilitate the strengthening of its policy and regulatory framework for local content development. This will be coupled with the development of competitive capabilities and market access opportunities for Barbadian businesses in the gas and the renewable energy sectors. Our goal is to maximize participation and value creation by local suppliers, manufacturers, and service providers in the energy value chain activities, both locally and internationally. The truth is that the regulatory framework is also critical to this. And this is where we have found that we've taken the longest time to be able to ensure that we have that regulatory environment that is fair and transparent to all. The absence of capacity in each country means that we take much longer to do it rather than working together collaboratively also in this area of regulatory supervision. I see this, therefore, all as an incredible opportunity for regional collaboration if the political will is there. And we can work together to use as a best practice the pursuit of content development projects, as you have done, in collaboration with interested international organizations. Some may ask, how can we be so confident that a regionally collaborative approach to solving shared problems and building shared opportunities can work? We say, of course, because it is already working. The St. Barnabas Accord between our two countries, which is the policy framework for the joint work program for us, has shown that when we seek to work together, we can in fact make that difference. In the full spirit of bilateral cooperation, President Ali and his team of ministers and officials, as well as myself and my team of ministers, have visited and met regularly to build several sectoral collaborations over the course of the last 2 years. These include the development of a joint Barbados-Guyana agricultural brand, the planning for the establishment of a Barbados-Guyana food terminal with facilities and operations in both countries, the establishment of a gold exchange and our market in Barbados for your gold, utilizing it and making sure that Barbadian and Guyanese jewelry designers and craftspeople have access to the widest possible market with our enhanced numbers because of our long stay and cruise tourism. The corn and soya exports from Guyana to Barbados as you beef up your own domestic production capacity. Beef exports to Barbados and black belly sheep exports to Guyana. Fast assembling houses exported to Barbados, which will help us in our recovery efforts from Hurricane Elsa, but also in the expanded opportunities for housing, particularly for our public servants. The export of Barbados' tourism and hospitality training to Guyana. The joint development of furniture manufacturing utilizing Guyanese timber and Barbadian and Guyanese furniture designers and joiners. And truthfully, there's a lot more that we're working on, too early in the embryonic stages for me to even speak about now. But the relationship between the two countries is very much there. And we're not talking anymore alone. We are working, building, trading, and solving. Today, I want to assure you and the good people of Guyana that Barbados continues to give the highest priority to the realization of these collaborations. Our desire is to fully develop an environment of reciprocal benefit for our respective countries, our manufacturers and service providers. And we recognize that there's nothing new about this. Barbados benefited from Guyanese capital and technology in the early years of the 20th century, the mid-20th century, and perhaps the most clear example of this is the bank's brand, which many Bajans actually believe is Bajan without understanding that it was the Guyanese who started this product in Barbados. The way forward, therefore, must continue to be paved with our intentions for introspection, innovation, the spirit of smart partnership, and indeed a willingness to embrace change, to deconstruct and reconstruct in a fast-paced, dynamic global market space. There will be obstacles, particularly with the global supply disruption chain, but that is why I call for a just industrial strategy for the Global South, particularly as we get together to meet our commitments and our capacity in the climate area. So my friends, as I close, I don't want to stand tonight in between you and the others who are going to benefit from all of the wonderful awards I'm told that will be given out tonight. But let me say simply to you that you deserve every possible success. Yours has been a journey that has known both the peaks and troughs, and you are now in a position where you shall benefit, we hope, from the peaks. Let us use this opportunity that you have to ensure that what you do and build is sustainable, not just for this generation of Guyanese people, but for many, many more generations. Let us use this opportunity to ensure that Guyana anchors regional development along with the rest of us, because it is only when we work together and set goals together, as we've done with the 25 by 25 agricultural goal with the brilliant leadership of your government, that we will make it. We look forward to a similar program for industrial development, because without that just industrial strategy, as I said, we will not be able to deliver for our people as they expect us to do. My friends, I wish I was there tonight, not only just with you celebrating, but as you know, eating a little curry with you too. Thank you and have a wonderful night.